All right, you guys. So welcome back, and we're going to look at how we can use Desmos to one, check our work, and also to how to finish out our Delta Math assignment. So this video might run a little bit longer than normal, but I just want to do it all in one step. Okay, so if you go back to the first problem I solved for you, we had f of x equals negative x minus 2, and we found the inverse. We had the same answer. Okay. And that wasn't a mistake, and I need to show you why. Okay, so if you look here, I've typed it into Desmos. I just typed the y equals version. So y equals negative x minus 2. There's no change. Okay, and then remember, inverses are symmetry around the line y equals x. So there's that line y equals x. So I've got that blue line. Okay, now what's happening is I'm supposed to take that red line, okay, and I'm going to pick it up and flip it over. All right, so now I'm going to type in the inverse function. Well, it's the same thing, but I want you to see it in a different color. So y equals negative x minus 2. Okay, and what you have to imagine, okay, is that if this red line, like if the top half was red and the bottom half was green, okay, and you were to pick it up and flip it over, the green side would be right here, the red side would be here. And so that's why when you do that, you get that picture. Okay? It's just what happens when you flip it across the line y equals x, there's really no change. Okay? But also too, let's look at it from a table perspective. Okay, so we got y equals negative x minus 2. Let's convert it to a table. Okay? And then if I were to go over here, okay, and let me convert that one to a table. All right, let me just prove to you. So I got to take these y values, okay, and I'm going to type them in for x. Okay, so now I'm going to type in 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay, all right, and now that's what I want you to see very clearly, okay, that the negative 2, 0 flipped to be 0, negative 2, negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1, negative 2. So you can see that the x and y columns have clearly flipped over. Okay, so I just wanted you to have a visual picture of why that worked. Okay, and why the starting ended up being the ending. Okay, that doesn't happen every time because that picture is not how every single line is going to happen. All right, so let's move Desmos over here. Oh my gosh, I popped up twice. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our Delta Math, okay? You've got these three problems. There's only one problem in each of these sections on your Delta Math. So if I click on it, okay, so here we go. How do I solve this without having to solve it by hand? Okay, it's super simple. Okay, you're going to type in the original problem. So let's talk about how we type something in that has this cube root and then x plus 7. So you're going to pull up your keyboard. Okay, you can't use the square root because that would have a 2. So you go over here to functions, go over to miscellaneous, and it's right here where it says n and then square root. So I'm going to put a 3 there. Then underneath the radical, I'm going to put x plus 7. Okay, so there's my picture. Okay, then the second thing I'm going to type in is y equals x. So those two things, okay, are going to be the first thing I type in. I'm going to type in my problem, and then I'm going to type in y equals x. All right. Now I'm going to type in my answer choices. Okay. Now I want you to humor me. I'm going to type them all in because of how interactive Desmos is. So x to the third minus 7. And then the cube root. Okay. So 3. And underneath it is x minus 7. All right. Now I'm going to type in parentheses x minus 7 exponent to the third. Okay. And then I'm going to do that cube root. So functions. So I've got a 3 here. Underneath the radical is an x, and then outside the radical is minus 7. Okay. All right, so one of these is my answer. So let's make this a big screen. Okay. So this is why I like Desmos. So I'm going to take the highlighting off. Okay. All right, so there's my original problem, and there's y equals x. So I need one of these answer choices that's going to take the green shape, okay, curve, and is going to flip it over that purple line. Okay, so let's bring up the first one. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so let me zoom out here. That looks great. Okay, so let's look at the other three and see maybe why they are not. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight answer choice B. Oh yeah, okay, so that does not flip it over. This actually takes the green one and it actually just moves it to the right. Okay, that's not flipping it over. So yeah, that one's definitely out. So I could delete it. All right, x minus 7 to the third. Nope. Okay. That didn't do it either. Okay. That actually, I wouldn't even describe it as a flip. Okay. Because it's a couple of different flips. Some one's rotated and flipped over. So no. Delete. All right. Let's highlight this one. Oh, yeah. So this one moved it to the right and moved it down. Okay. Absolutely not. Whereas this one, yes, that one flipped it over, okay? And actually one of the things you could talk about is that the distance from the purple line to the green line and from the purple to the black, the distance this way is the same distance from the purple to the green, okay? So that's one of the reasons also too that it's an inverse, okay? All right, so if I were to bring back up delta math, okay, x to the third minus 7 is going to be my answer. Submit. Yes. Okay. And you can see here all the work. Okay. Which was what we're bypassing. Okay. So let's do another example. Let's go up into this level 2. Woohoo. All right. So I'm going to type it in. So parentheses x to the fifth. And that parentheses didn't work correctly. Parentheses x to the fifth minus 10. Make sure you're being really careful about what you type in. To the exponent of 1/3. Okay, here's my lovely picture. The second thing I type in, y equals x. Okay, all right, now I'm just going to type in my 5 answer choices, parentheses, the fifth root of x, close the parentheses, to the third power, um, oops, third power plus 10. Okay. I can tell you right there just by seeing what happened out of the corner of my eye, that one was not good. Okay. The fifth root of parentheses x plus 10. I mean, notice I'm not speeding through this. Okay. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay. All right. That one, yeah, I'm not that impressed with that one either. All right. The fifth root and then plus 10. Oops. I get that. Plus 10 outside of. Okay. All right. Now let's, last one. Fifth root x to the third plus 10. Okay. All right. Let me change the color. Okay. And I hope most of you noticed right away that that last one, that's the one we were looking for. Okay. All right. So let me make my screen a little bit bigger. So let's dehighlight, dehighlight. Okay. So there was the original one. Okay. All right. Let's just, if you got it, okay, let's bring that one up if you saw it right away. Okay, that yes, this one flipped it over, took the purple one and flipped it over, and that's how you got this red one. Okay, all right, so let's just click right through here. Yeah, no, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, it's not a flip. It's not flipping because it's got to flip over this black line. Okay, it's got to flip over this black line. Okay, so those are all gone. Okay, and there you go. Okay, all right, so I'm hoping this is giving you, okay, enough because I don't think you need much more. Okay. Submit your answer. Yes, you're good to go. Okay. But if you need any more examples, let me know. But we've got Desmos. That's the nice thing about having Desmos and having our tests online is that you have access to Desmos. And so there are certain things I can teach you how to do them strictly on the calculator because looking at their picture is more powerful. Okay. All right. Good luck, you guys. And if you need any help, you know how to contact me.